Being a romance sucker, I have watched all types of romance anime, from Akisora to the recent hit Horimiya. However, strangely, the weirder the plot is, the most fun to watch. Called it a guilty pleasure. I would say romance anime can get spicier from time to time. If you are a die-hard fan of quirky romance or awkward love triangles, then this list is going to be right up to your alley. So without any delay, hit that like button and let the show begin. Usually when there are many ecchi anime out, the only thing that makes the appeal is name. Bigata HK is about a gorgeous freshman who's on a mission to flex 100 times before she graduates. Only thing left is the beginning. She needs to find someone who is at the same level of experience. Lucky for our MC Takeshi, known as Cherry-kun, Yamada chooses Cherry Boy for her first time, even though she knows nothing about flexing and has no clue how to handle romantic relations. Building up the courage, she reached out to our MC. But will she be able to overcome her first obstacle? Both go on a first date, try holding in when it comes to the climax part. Both fall back. It's an old but sweet love story with an odd promise, so watch it if you find yourself in a similar situation. We usually don't see much of an office romance. After all, dating while working is not an easy task. What adds the bonus is the girl turns out to be an otaku. Why people don't care about such rare species. Narumi has lost many boyfriends due to her hobbies like anime, manga, cosplay, and video games. Whenever she enters a relationship, anyone who finds out about her hobbies has left the chat. Shockingly, she had a job, and at the same office she ended up working with her childhood friend. Despite being older, RMC doesn't hide his love towards video games. Hirotaka is the man of respect. He soon confesses his feelings. Now Narumi and Hirotaka ended their friendship and decided to date each other for their own good. Can these two be able to make their relationship work, or they learn just how hard it is for an otaku to find true love? It's a mature romance with all odds, definitely worth giving a try. When I heard my life has been documented, I figured I had to see it. And I must say I'm impressed by the accuracy. The amount of laziness Tanaka-kun has is the exact same I would describe my life as. RMC is a man capable of sleeping in every position and any place. Most consider this as a superpower. He can passively take in the most dramatic events, the most heart-pounding happenings with nothing more than a disinterested yawn. That's why Tanaka's biggest issue is with anyone or thing that tries to ruin his listless living style. Is an absolute enemy of him alongside his best friend. RMC will try to be the best lazy student that ever existed. I mean, everyone can have their own life goals. Yet, the anime shows an extreme form of being lazy that is absolutely ridiculous and silly. Number 7. The Duke of Death and his maid. Who doesn't love to live the life of a great king, where you are surrounded by beautiful maids doing all the hard work? And of course no curses, right? Sadly, our MC had to endure this pain alone, cursed by a death touch. Anything he touches gets lifeless, due to which his family forced him to live in isolation, with his only butler Rob and his maid Alice, who is around his age, constantly teasing Bo-chan. Without a doubt, both are made for each other. There are many flashbacks to give the story a level of detail. However, it might create inconsistency at some point. While to cover it out, there are moments of romantic comedies and it's heartwarming to watch. But many people can complain about the bad CGI. Overall, it's a hit or miss kind of situation. Pick it if you are looking for some originality in ecchi. Number 6. Love and Lies. In the futuristic world, humans are at the brink of extinction. To tackle the situation, Japan has developed the red thread of science, where future partner compatibility is calculated and everyone is assigned with a marriage partner at the age of 16. For that reason, RMC Yusuke Nisaka is in love with his childhood friend Masaki Takasaki, a beautiful popular girl loved by everyone. After hearing Yukari's confession, she also reciprocates her true feelings. However, Faith has different plans for them. At the time of assignment, both have been assigned to different life partners, and as per the government-arranged marriage policy, they can't refuse. Now the only option they both have is sharing is caring, and thus began the true wild life, so don't expect much from the plot. Number 5. Girlfriend. Naoya Mukai is a high school student in love with his childhood friend Saki Saki. Finally gets to date her after all these years of one-sided love. Now our MC mind is on cloud 9. After proclaiming his undying love, our MC wants to ensure their new relationship will stay strong forever. However, one afternoon, another girl named Nagi saw Minase confess to our MC. Now let me ask you something. In such a situation, what true gentlemen do? Politely refuse the offer. Right. Well, that is what our MC does at first. But rethinking of the offer and looking at the girl's beauty, our MC decided to reconsider the offer with one condition. Our MC came up with the plan, why not date both? With a cunning plan, MC brings Nagi-sa to Saki and asks if he could date both. And out of no objection, Saki agreed. Owning a ridiculous story, anime goes beyond anyone's imagination. But we can't blame the writer, after all it's the story of every American dream. By time it is proven math and science has the power to answer any question. Whether it could be the greatest mysteries of black holes or if anyone needs life advice, it got all covered. In a similar situation, two scientists Ayame Himuro and Shinya Yukimura went on a journey to discover the age-old mystery about a thing called love. Both of them work together as colleagues, consider each other as true rivals. One day our Yukimura suddenly decided to confess his true feelings to our MC. As bizarre as it might seem. What next is both agree to find the whole truth about their inner feelings. And thus begins the cycle of experiment that goes beyond explaining. Honestly, love is a feeling that cannot be solved with mathematical equations. Still, seeing them doing various experiments to each other's point is fun to watch, especially when all the other colleagues try to handle this weird situation. Number 3. The quintessential quintuplets. Covering all the craziest scenarios is the speciality of this romance anime. Our MC Yusugi Futaro is a high school student who prioritizes one thing over everything: getting good grades. Coming from a poor family, MC was looking for a part-time job without compromising his studies. Meanwhile, a rich man is looking for a good tutor for the sake of his daughters. The Nakano quintuplets and all of them struggle academically. To help them, our MC became a prime candidate and soon became an important part of their lives. As our MC gets close to one, the other starts to get jealous. The romance between a student-teacher was always appreciated. Season 1 was covered by plot holes. However, in Season 2 is where all the fun begins. When it comes to romantic drama and gasp moments, this anime is one you can definitely look forward to. Also, let me know which quintuplets you are rooting for. Everyone wants their first time. I mean, they want to love someone and have a special time together. However, domestic girlfriend just goes one step further. Our MC had a crush on his teacher. Well, who doesn't if the teacher is like Hina sensei? In the process, our MC ended up spending some special time with someone in her own house. Now that is the sign of a true alpha male. Turns out MC's father has different plans. He also wants to feel some love, so he ended up marrying again to a girl having 2 beautiful daughters. And they also will be joining a family party. The real twist comes to our MC. The girl he spent special time with and his high school teacher Hina sensei. Both are the daughters of his new stepmom. In the making of the most exciting romance story, the writer went to an American studio, took some inspiration and wrote some craziest fantasy stuff. And if you want to explore the whole truth, then why not read the manga as well? Last one we have My Senpai is Annoying. Someone once said size doesn't matter in terms of romance. One can find true love in any form. When I first heard the news, my first reaction was how. Let me know how many of you think the same. It centers around Igarashi Futaba, a short girl often mistaken as a junior high girl. Start her new office life, where she is paired with the older senpai Harumi Takeda. He is a tall, muscular man with a very loud voice. Futaba hates him because he always treats her like a child. Over time, Futaba starts developing feelings for Takeda, but her tsundere nature won't allow her to admit this. Apart from the main couple, we have Sakuri Tauka, a popular female coworker. Her love interest is Kazuma Sauda. However, she does not tell her true feelings beyond dropping hints. I bet this second lead couple will win your heart more than the main lead, and is the reason to consider watching this anime. Just like occasional hiccups, to avoid that deja vu feeling by watching the same story again and again. We need to watch some strange things. Hopefully with this list I made will help. If it does, why not get to share? Be sure to mention them down below in the comments. I would love to have something new to the table. It's good to have you around. Till next time, adios.